Here's what's going on in the market right now. Daniel Dominguez coming at you with another market update just to let you guys know what's going on in the market here in Houston, Texas. So we just got the report in for February a few days ago. Here in Houston, we did see that there was a significant amount of activity in the real estate market in February. In fact, the majority of the activity was fueled by the low interest rates. We saw an increase of about 15%, more or less, when it comes to sales of all property here in Houston. And the majority of that section or that segment was between the $250,000 mark up to the $500,000 mark. That was the majority of that. We also saw single home median prices go up, and we also saw an increase in average rental price and in sales volume for leases in February. As of February, we had 3.5 months of inventory here in Houston, which was down from the previous year of 3.6 months. And what that is saying is that there was, which makes a lot of sense because there was a lot of activity in February. Now, the national inventory is 3.1 months, which is very low, very low. So there was definitely a lot of demand and not as much supply here in February. Now, looking at the interest rates, I did see that the 30-year fixed is at around a 3.73, which is still low, very low. I believe it went up slightly. And I'm also showing 15-year fixed mortgage rate is down at a 3.06. That's very low, very low. That's great. Now, looking at the market here in Houston in the last 7 days, I saw that there were 4,118 new listings. At the same time, I also saw that there were 3,497 properties sold. So that's almost 3,500 properties sold in a week here in Houston, which is a lot of activity. There's been slowdown, of course, but there hasn't been as much of a slowdown as what we would expect. Now, I did see a lot more terminations on the market, meaning people were taking their listings out or off the market. However, I am seeing a lot of activity here on the market. Now, I do think that that will decrease moving forward. I don't think that it will continue to stay up. I mean, it depends also on the circumstances and how long this situation will last. What I can conclude from that is that I am seeing that lending is or has become more difficult to obtain, especially if you're looking to obtain a non-QM loan, which is what they use for asset-based lending if you're an investor. However, I am seeing that there's a lot more conventional buyers on the market. So buyers that are getting loans are getting conventional loans from banks. Reason being is because it's more secure for the bank. There's a lot more guidelines, and it's more stricter than let's say an FHA loan or a VA loan, things like that. So I am seeing that it's more challenging to get a loan right now. However, the rates are better than they've ever been. So be prepared for a lot less people to qualify for loans now. However, if you do qualify, you will have a great loan. and a great mortgage as well. Now, if you're looking to sell right now, because of so much uncertainty, there seems to be a shrinking buyer pool. So meaning that if there were 5 people for looking to buy your property, now there may be only 3. And that's obvious because of course of the uncertainty of the market and the coronavirus, and also the economic fallout from this uncertainty. But that does not mean that you will not be able to sell your home right now. As I mentioned, there's still a lot of activity here in Houston. I mean, people are buying here. There's a lot of activity here in the Houston market. So you may not have as much competition for the same property, but there's still buyers out there. If you're looking to refinance, it's strongly worth considering. Now, if you're looking to buy, although guidelines may be stricter, if you come across an opportunity to buy a home, it's definitely worth looking at right now because of the rates, because of the fact that many people are not going to qualify for a loan anymore because of the job loss, or possibly some institutions may not lend anymore. So the criteria has gotten higher, but that also limits the number of buyers that will be there. So if you qualify for a loan right now, which I'm seeing a lot of people qualify for conventional loans, then you're going to be fine. There's going to be a lot of opportunity for you. So in my opinion, I mean, looking at the market, I think that right now everything is uncertain. People just don't know what's going to happen. There is very limited supply. Get the opportunity to buy right now, they might buy later. So there's limited supply and there's a good amount of demand. The problem is that people aren't getting the opportunity because of the virus to go out and buy. So that could lead to a lot of pent up demand after the virus is, or after everything is lifted. But conversely, if this lasts longer than expected, then a lot of people may not be able to purchase or may not be able to buy their home or sell their home, either through losing their job and not being able to afford the mortgage, or not having any reserves anymore because they have to spend that money for food and equipment and supplies. So it's just right now it's very uncertain. I mean, Houston is an active market. In my opinion, Houston, Texas is going to be one of those markets that you won't see as much downturn when this recession takes full effect, because I believe that there will be a recession, there will be a downturn, just simply because there aren't as many people who have the capability to purchase anymore because of their job situation. So about 10 million people have filed for unemployment. They predict that about 30 million between 20 and 30 million will file for unemployment when it's all said and done. Houston, Texas, I don't think it's going to be one of those markets that's going to take that big of a hit, just because our pricing is a lot more affordable here. So the dollars we get go a lot longer or farther than, say, a city like New York or LA. So there you have it. That's my market update for you guys. If you guys have any questions about real estate, let me know. If you're looking to invest in real estate, let me know. If you're looking to buy or sell here in Houston, let me know.